Thank you for joining me for another episode of Forgotten Gear Restorations. I'm sitting in front of a truly massive object in Fender's Hot Rod family lineup. This is a 410 Blues Deville. This thing's a monster. Can barely fit on a bench. But thankfully it did. This thing's been through one hell of a life, and she's got the patina and wear to show it. Boy, she sounds good now. But when she came in, she needed a lot of love. And someone else was in there digging around, trying to fix things. But she got a full cab job, full service. Let's take a listen and see what's up now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the whole thing. Bye. Roberto, it was really nice to meet you yesterday, Bubba. I have your Fender Hot Rod DeVille 410, or Blues DeVille, sitting on top of the bench here. What a behemoth. You said she's giving you a persistent buzzing sound. Well, it's no doubt. You have some very leaky caps here. It's ejecting some of the electrolyte material. Let me get you down. You can see that little, sorry about that, my finger's getting in the way, isn't it? You see that little white spot in the middle of the frame there? That's leaking, physically leaking. This guy here is bulging. And then you can see some material starting to exit on the anode side there. So we're going to get rid of all these caps. There was another guy in here in prior times. I don't recognize these caps here, and certainly this one is oriented in a very strange way. It's not too large to fit in the space that it's in, but I'll take a look at that. I'm gonna have to drop this board. You can see that this ground was made right at the spade lug itself. I'm gonna redo that ground. That looks a little suspicious to me. You've gotten incredibly lucky in that your low voltage supplies have not burned the board yet. Looks like you had a little bit of action on the tube PCB down here. So we'll take a look at that. Looks like something going on between the phase inverter and V2. Not sure what's going on there, but that looks pretty close to that machine screw there, which is part of the mount. So we don't want anything maybe touching. What are we looking at there? I'll take a peek. Pardon me. I'll take a look at that when I go to disassemble it. But I'm certainly not going to be the first person to have done that. This thing was worked on sometime in the past. This is an oldie. You're looking at like early 90s on this guy right here. So let me get her fired up and I'll just take you through it really quick. And we're plugging into my variable AC supply. This guy is going to be seeing 115 volts. You have a lot of loose hardware. The switches here. That'll just be part and parcel of the service today. So let's get her going. I did not verify that the reverb is working. And there she is. Quite noisy, as you had said. Watch this. These tubes are done. And so it's what I'm seeing is that your first preamp position and your two power tubes are ready to go. Might as well check the reverb while I'm up here. And it's there. And that particular noise is there. It's is there a noise in a preamp? Yeah, but there's also noise coming from the power amp itself, because you have all of these leaking caps and then your tubes here are just done. They're just done. And I'm starting to get some oscillations, so I'm gonna power her down. and then we'll just take it from there. Okay, Roberto, that cap job is taken care of. Now let me turn my attention down to this board here. So I'm going to give her a little scrub down and see what's going on.